Hi everyone, this is Natasha's English channel and today we will learn some vocabulary and practice our listening skills with some daily news. We will watch a BBC video, work on the vocabulary, and in the end of this class you will be able to watch this video without translation or subtitles and you will understand it. Before we begin, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. If you do so, you will not miss my next videos with even more English practice. If you like this video and want to thank me, read below how you can do it. Workbook for this video is, as usual, available on my pages. See the links below. Let's go. During this video today, you will need several names to understand what's going on. Some of them are very easy, some of them are a little bit more difficult, so let's go through these names. The first two names which you will need is Google and Microsoft. You know that these two are multinational technology companies specializing in different things. Google specializes in internet-related services and products, including search engines, online advertising technologies, cloud computing and software. Google develops licenses and sells computer software, consumer electronics, and personal computers. Another name which we will need today is Mountain View. Mountain View is a city in Santa Clara County, California, United States. That is where Google's headquarters is located. Another name which we need is LaMDA. LaMDA is a language model developed by Google for use in natural language processing and AI. And the last name which we will need today is Bing. Bing is a web search engine owned and operated by Microsoft. As you could already understand, today we're going to talk about IT, Google, Microsoft, AI, and so on. And in order to understand the video which we're going to watch today, you need to know several IT-related terms. You can see these 5 terms here on the screen. The first one is artificial intelligence or AI, chatbot, chatbot GPT, language models, and search engines. And you have 5 definitions. I suggest that you do this exercise yourself and match these terms with definitions, with the correct definitions. Please take your time. You can pause this video and take as much time as you need. And after a small pause, we will check. Okay, let's check. So, artificial intelligence, number 1. The correct definition is B, a branch of computer science that deals with creating machines that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision-making, and language translation. Number 2, chatbot. Chatbot is a software program that uses natural language processing and AI to mimic human conversation and respond to user input in real time. Number 3, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI-powered chatbot developed by Microsoft that mimics human writing on demand. Number 4, language models stands for C, a statistical model used in natural language processing and computational linguistics to predict the likelihood of a sequence of words in a text. And the last one is number 5, search engines, and the definition is E, a software system designed to search and index online information such as websites to provide relevant results in response to a user's query. Now it's time to listen to the news piece for the first time. Let's see how much you can understand from the first take. There will be no subtitles at this time or translations. I'm not going to pause the video. We just watch the whole thing at once and see how difficult it is.
Google says it's launching its own artificial intelligence-powered chatbot to rival ChatGPT, which mimics human writing on demand. ChatGPT, which is owned by Microsoft, has taken the tech world by storm since its launch 2 months ago. James Clayton has more from Los Angeles.
ChatGPT set the internet on fire when it launched in November. Its incredibly detailed answers have amazed users. It can pass exams, compose poems, even write code. It's seen as game-changing technology. Now Google has rushed to announce its version of ChatGPT. It's called Bard, and it's based on similar technology. Bard seeks to combine the breadth of the world's knowledge with the power, intelligence and creativity of our large language models, Google's boss Sundar Pichai wrote in a blog. Mr. Pichai stressed he wanted Google's AI services to be bold and responsible, but there was more than a whiff of panic too. This announcement is the latest salvo in a monumental fight between Google and Microsoft, because make no mistake about it, ChatGPT threatens to undermine Google's entire business model. That's because ChatGPT's AI could transform search engines, producing far more tailored and relevant results. It's now widely expected that Microsoft's search engine, Bing, will be incorporated into ChatGPT, and that announcement is expected imminently. And you can see why Google is seriously worried. More than 90% of the world's searches are on Google. The company makes a fortune from that dominance through advertising revenue. In contrast, around 3% of searches are currently on Bing. Microsoft would love a bit of that pie. In Mountain View, home of Google's headquarters, executives are concerned. They hope that Bard will be the answer to ChatGPT. The company has poured money into AI over the past few years. Bard is based around a language model called Lambda, which one Google employee said was so human-like he believed the system to be sentient. We still don't know how good Bard is or will be, but one thing we do know is that Google is seriously spooked. Just one way, ChatGPT is already disrupting the tech industry. James Clayton, BBC News, Silicon Valley.
All right, probably it was not very easy to understand from the first take. Now we are going to listen to it again. Now you will see subtitles, and I will pause the video and explain the vocabulary, provide some details to what the speakers are saying, so it will be a little easier. You can use workbook to make notes. Again, please download it if you need it. It is in the description under this video, and let's go.
Google says it's launching its own artificial intelligence-powered chatbot to rival ChatGPT, which mimics human writing on demand.
Okay, Google says it's launching. To launch means to start or put into operation or use its own artificial intelligence-powered chatbot. We know all these words already from the beginning of this video. To rival ChatGPT. To rival means to compete with something or someone. So to compete with ChatGPT, which mimics, or you can say in other words, which imitates or copy human writing on demand. On demand means available as needed or requested. So basically this sentence can be paraphrased and said in different words. Google is starting its own chatbot powered by artificial intelligence to compete with ChatGPT, which imitates human writing upon request.
ChatGPT, which is owned by Microsoft, has taken the tech world by storm since its launch 2 months ago. James Clayton has more from Los Angeles.
ChatGPT, which is owned by Microsoft, has taken the tech world by storm. So to take something by storm means to cause a big impact or influence. And here, as it has taken the tech world by storm, it means that it has caused a big impact or influence in the technology industry. We can say ChatGPT, owned by Microsoft, has caused a lot of impact since it was introduced 2 months ago. James Clayton has more from Los Angeles. This is the easy line, nothing to explain here. And now we are going to have another speaker.
ChatGPT set the internet on fire when it launched in November. Its incredibly detailed answers have amazed users. It can pass exams, compose poems, even write code. It's seen as game-changing technology.
Okay, a little bit lengthy line, but there are only several terms or words which we would like to discuss. ChatGPT set the internet on fire. So set the internet on fire means to generate a lot of excitement or a lot of interest, right? So ChatGPT set the internet on fire when when it launched in November. Launched, we have already discussed in the previous sentence. It's incredibly means very extremely detailed answers have amazed or surprised users. It can pass exams, compose poems, even write code. It's seen as game-changing technology. Game-changing technology stands for a technology that has the potential to change an industry or a field. So it is a technology that changed the whole world. And we can maybe paraphrase it as ChatGPT created a lot of interest and excitement. When it was launched in November, users were surprised with its detailed answers, ability to pass exam, write poems and code, and users see it as a technology with potential to change the world.
Now Google has rushed to announce its version of ChatGPT.
Now Google has rushed. Has rushed means has acted quickly with urgency and actually in some kind of a hurry, right? So to make a formal statement, right? To declare something or to present something to public. So now Google is in a hurry to show its version of ChatGPT to public.
It's called Bard and it's based on similar technology.
Okay, it's called Bard. Bard is the name, right? And it's based on means that it is founded on or dependent on something. So it was created using similar technology.
Bard seeks to combine the breadth of the world's knowledge with the power, intelligence and creativity of our large language models, Google's boss Sundar Pichai wrote in a blog.
Okay, so here you have a name, Sundar Pichai, which we haven't talked in the beginning. It is Google's boss, right? How this speaker refers to him, and he's the head of Google, right? And he wrote something in his blog. So he's basically saying Bard seeks to combine the breadth of the world's knowledge with the power, intelligence, and creativity of our large language models. Seeks to combine. To seek means to look for or to try to find. So Bard, the new chatbot, tries to find a way to combine, right? To combine. Breadth means extent, width, or range of something, right? So the width of all the world's knowledge with power, intelligence. Intelligence means the ability to learn, right? And creativity of our large language models. Language models, we have already discussed it in the beginning. It is a statistical model which is used in natural language processing. So basically we can say that Bard tries to find a way to combine the world's knowledge with the power, intelligence and creativity of our language model.
Mr. Pichai stressed he wanted Google's AI services to be bold and responsible, but there was more than a whiff of panic too.
Okay, here we have a couple of interesting expressions. Mr. Pichai stressed he wanted Google's AI services to be bold. To be bold means to be courageous, unafraid to take risks. Mr. Pichai wanted Google's AI services to be courageous, but there was more than a whiff of panic. Whiff of panic is a hint or suggestion of fear or anxiety. So there was a tiny bit of fear. Well, actually, there was more than a whiff. So it was a little bigger than just a small hint of fear. So we can say Mr. Pichai stressed he wanted Google's AI services to be courageous and responsible, but there was some amount of fear.
This announcement is the latest salvo in a monumental fight between Google and Microsoft, because make no mistake about it, ChatGPT threatens to undermine Google's entire business model.
Okay, this is an interesting one. So this announcement is the latest salvo. So the latest salvo is the most recent attack in an ongoing conflict. So this is a term about a conflict or a dispute, and latest salvo means the most recent attack in a monumental fight, in a big fight between Google and Microsoft, because, and then there is this interjection, right? The speaker inserts a phrase, make no mistake, because make no mistake about it ChatGPT, blah, blah, blah. So this make no mistake stands for be sure, be certain. It is kind of a warning, right? So the speaker warns us that we shouldn't make a mistake, we shouldn't be unsure, we should be absolutely convinced, absolutely sure that ChatGPT threatens to undermine Google's entire business model. Threatens means to threaten in general means to express an intention to make harm or damage or injury. To threaten someone means, for example, if you threaten someone, that means that you are saying that you are going to attack someone. It doesn't mean you're going to attack, but to threaten means to say that you're going to do it. So to undermine here is to weaken or to destroy, to weaken, to make weaker the position of Google in this context, right? So we can say in different words, we can say this phrase as follows. This announcement is the most recent attack in a big competition between Google and Microsoft because we can be sure that ChatGPT intends to weaken Google's entire business model. Hey there, I know that you're in the middle of watching this video, but have you subscribed to this channel and have you given this video a thumbs up? If no, please do it right now. That will help you not to miss my next videos. Bye-bye, continue learning.
That's because ChatGPT's AI could transform search engines, producing far more tailored and relevant results.
Okay, so that's because ChatGPT AI could transform search engines, producing far more, it's a colloquial expression to say more tailored. In other words, to emphasize the comparative degree of the following adjective, right? So you have here more tailored or more relevant results. So more tailored means designed or adapted to meet some specific needs or requirements, and relevant means having an appropriate connection with the subject of the discussion, right? So you can say, in other words, transform search engines, producing far more personalized and adapted results.
It's now widely expected that Microsoft's search engine, Bing, will be incorporated into ChatGPT, and that announcement is expected imminently.
Okay, it is now widely expected that Microsoft's search engine, widely expected means predicted or anticipated or waited by many people. So many people wait for something to happen. So many people actually wait that Microsoft or for Microsoft's search engine Bing will be incorporated or will be included into ChatGPT, and that announcement is expected imminently. It means soon, in the nearest future, and we can say the whole sentence in different words. Now many people wait for Microsoft's search engine Bing to be included into ChatGPT, and that announcement is expected in the nearest future.
And you can see why Google is seriously worried. More than 90% of the world's searches are on Google. The company makes a fortune from that dominance through advertising revenue.
Okay, and you can see why Google is seriously worried. More than 90% of the world searches are on Google. So I guess that's clear. This part is clear, right? So the more than 90% of all searches which happen in the world happen on Google. So people go to Google to search for something 90% of the cases, right? 90% of times they need to search for something. The company makes a fortune. To make a fortune means to make a lot of money. And fortune in this context means, again, a large amount of money or wealth, right? Let's go ahead. From that, dominance. Dominance means the state of being the most important, powerful, or dominant in some area. In this case, in world searches. And through advertising revenues. Advertising revenue is the money that Google receives from advertising, right? Advertising is, I guess you know this word, but if in case you don't, advertising is the form of communication that is used to promote or sell a product. For example, if you have a product, you want to show great this product is, and you make an advertising of it, I don't know, online or on TV, in newspapers or anywhere else. It is called advertising. So basically advertising revenue, it is the money made on advertising. So Google makes a lot of money on advertising things, right? And we can say this sentence in different words, and you can see why Google is seriously worried. This may harm Google's business model, which makes a lot of money through advertising on its search engine used by 90% of users.
In contrast, around 3% of searches are currently on Bing. Microsoft would love a bit of that pie.
In contrast, on the opposite, around only 3% of searches are currently on Bing, on Microsoft's search platform, right? And Microsoft would love a bit of that pie. A bit of that pie means a share or a portion of that pie. And here that pie means the whole market of advertising, right? And the whole advertising revenue. So they want to take a bit of it, like a piece of it, right? Piece of this, or a portion of this fortune that Google is making on advertising revenues.
In Mountain View, home of Google's headquarters, executives are concerned.
Executives are concerned. So let's start maybe with headquarters, just in case. Headquarters is the main office. That is how any main office of any big corporation is called, headquarters. And executives stand for top management, right? People who are managing the company. Usually it's chief executive officer, chief financial officer, and all the top managers are concerned. To be concerned means to be worried or anxious about something.
They hope that Bard will be the answer to ChatGPT. The company has poured money into AI over the past few years.
Okay, here it's the beginning is pretty easy. They hope that Bard will be the answer to ChatGPT. It means that Bard, the new chatbot, will be as good as ChatGPT, and that will be an answer from Google to Microsoft. And the company has poured a lot of money into AI. To pour a lot of money, or to pour money into something, means to invest large amounts of money, right? To invest a lot of money. So it means that past few years, Google was investing a lot of money into AI.
Bard is based around a language model called Lambda, which one Google employee said was so human-like, he believed the system to be sentient.
Okay, Bard is based around. To be based around something means to be structured around some idea or a concept. And in this case, Bard is based on or structured on a language model called Lambda. Lambda, which one Google employee said was so human-like. Human-like means similar to a human, or having qualities associated with humans. He believed the system to be sentient. Sentient means having consciousness or awareness or ability to perceive or feel things. I will leave a link under this video to the article which was written by this Google employee with the conversation he had with Lambda. And if you read it, you will see that in some cases and in some questions, Lambda actually answered like a human being. Actually, sometimes it was even scary to read because you thought that Lambda could actually feel things. So coming back to our sentence, Bard is based on a language model called Lambda, and this Lambda is seen as a very human-like language model, and one of the Google employees actually believed that this system, Lambda, can have feelings, or can have awareness, or can have consciousness.
We still don't know how good Bard is or will be, but one thing we do know is that Google is seriously spooked.
Okay, we still don't know how good Bard is or will be, but one thing we do know is that Google is seriously spooked. Spooked means to be scared, by someone or something. So we can say that we don't know yet how good Bard will be, but it is clear that Google is afraid of ChatGPT.
Just one way, ChatGPT is already disrupting the tech industry.
Just one way, ChatGPT is already disrupting the tech industry. Disrupting means to disturb or interrupt, and we can say that, and it's how it's already disturbing the technology industry or tech industry. Okay, that was it. I hope you made some notes and wrote down some of the vocabulary because now you're going to listen and to watch this video once again. You will not see subtitles or there will be no pauses again, but it should be much easier for you to understand this video. Let's try and see.
Google says it's launching its own artificial intelligence-powered chatbot to rival ChatGPT, which mimics human writing on demand. ChatGPT, which is owned by Microsoft, has taken the tech world by storm since its launch 2 months ago. James Clayton has more from Los Angeles.
ChatGPT set the internet on fire when it launched in November. Its incredibly detailed answers have amazed users. It can pass exams, compose poems, even write code. It's seen as game-changing technology. Now Google has rushed to announce its version of ChatGPT. It's called Bard, and it's based on similar technology. Bard seeks to combine the breadth of the world's knowledge with the power, intelligence and creativity of our large language models, Google's boss Sundar Pichai wrote in a blog. Mr. Pichai stressed he wanted Google's AI services to be bold and responsible, but there was more than a whiff of panic too. This announcement is the latest salvo in a monumental fight between Google and Microsoft, because make no mistake about it, ChatGPT threatens to undermine Google's entire business model. That's because ChatGPT's AI could transform search engines, producing far more tailored and relevant results. It's now widely expected that Microsoft's search engine, Bing, will be incorporated into ChatGPT, and that announcement is expected imminently. And you can see why Google is seriously worried. More than 90% of the world's searches are on Google. The company makes a fortune from that dominance through advertising revenue. In contrast, around 3% of searches are currently on Bing. Microsoft would love a bit of that pie. In Mountain View, home of Google's headquarters, executives are concerned. They hope that Bard will be the answer to ChatGPT. The company has poured money into AI over the past few years. Bard is based around a language model called Lambda, which one Google employee said was so human-like he believed the system to be sentient. We still don't know how good Bard is or will be, but one thing we do know is that Google is seriously spooked. Just one way, ChatGPT is already disrupting the tech industry. James Clayton, BBC News, Silicon Valley.
Okay, I guess now it's much easier to understand this video after all the vocabulary we went through. And in order to check your listening comprehension, how well you understood the video, let's try to answer the following questions. Question number 1. What is ChatGPT and who owns it? Question number 2. Why is Google launching its own version of ChatGPT? Question number 3. What is the significance of ChatGPT for Google's business model? Question number 4. How does ChatGPT's AI affect search engines? And question number 5. What is the name of Google's version of ChatGPT and what is it based on? You can post your answers in the comments below this video. I will really try to provide my feedback to all of your answers. See the link to a study model in Quizlet. There you will be able to practice 40 words I selected from this video. If you like the video and learn something new, please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and see you in my next videos. Bye-bye.